Hey, so it's me as promised, like a bunch of times and not on the day that I planned on. So here's the thing, I still have every intention on doing this and posting videos and going live and really trying to fit this into my schedule. Um, the problem is that I have a 2-year-old and he's partially nocturnal these days. So I work 4 p.m. to 12:40 a.m. And what's been happening is I get done working at 12:40 and then just in time for him to wake up. And so then we're awake until usually Joey goes to work around 4 or 5 a.m. And so then as much as I try not to, I end up sleeping until 1 p.m., which then gives me just a couple hours before I have to start getting ready for work. So it's in this vicious cycle I'm stuck in. I'm definitely not procrastinating this. I keep thinking about it every day. I really do want to put more focus just because this is what I'm passionate about and it is what I want to prioritize and make time for. But there's just not logistically a lot of time for that right now. Same thing with yoga. I love yoga. I tried to make that a part of my life 6 days a week. The nights that I'm up all night, sometimes I have to skip it. So then I was like, okay, every other day. And that's been working so far until, this part of January. And then the last 3 or 4 days, I haven't done yoga. And it's hard for me not to feel like I'm slacking because it's beyond my control. I'm really trying to get Ziggy trained to be on a better sleep schedule. And I know that's going to start with me waking him up early, which means that I also am going to have to wake up early after only having a few hours of sleep. And that's where the challenge is. So I haven't forgotten about this. I do appreciate everybody that's still here, that's still watching my posts or checking in here and there. Once I get everything settled, I definitely do plan to do live readings like I used to. Also post all the videos that I was planning to do, going through card by card, having some educational videos, just to have everything that I wish that I had when I was learning tarot, like all in one place, correspondences, spreads, in-depth analysis of each card, as well as space if people want to collaborate and share different perspectives. Because I feel like I get the best understanding of something if there's multiple perspectives instead of just one side. Because I always learn something, even now, after having been doing tarot for 22 years, 17 to 39. I can't do math, but however long that is, a while. But I still learn things when I collaborate with other people because the way that they might look at a particular card might be a little bit different than the way that I do, or their interpretation of how a particular card interacts with another one could be unique from the way I've looked at it before. So definitely the more perspectives, the better. And I'm really excited about creating something like that. And I really do hope people participate and share their feedback because I do want that. But I know there's not really a lot of interaction going on right now. And if that never happens, that's fine. This is still something that I can use as a tool for me to strengthen my knowledge and intuition and just get the practice and things like that. But with that being said, yeah, I just wanted to check in and explain why I haven't been here any of the times that I said it was going to be. Also, I want to show you a couple of new things. They're not necessarily tarot related, but they're cool. Everything on this table, which has unintentionally sort of become my altar, is very special to me. So these mala beads were from Salem, Massachusetts. My husband bought those for me there when we were on our honeymoon. I love them a lot. This pyramid I got from a crystal shop in South Haven when I lived there for a short time at Joey's dad's. There is a new store, witchy store, crystal shop that I found on 28th Street, that Kata, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, LLC, which I got a couple things from there. This lapis, and that was when we went to take Jewel out for her birthday. And then this fluorite, it's cracked a lot, but I feel like that just gives it more character, because then it sparkles more. More places to sparkle from. This also was from South Haven. This sage, I don't even remember where I got this particular shell from. This one might have been from Julia. I think hers are a little nicer though. Maybe I got this one online. Anyway, these 2 acorns we got at the ritual at Richmond Park at Pagan Pride Day. This candle we used for full moon gathering with Krista and me and Jewel and Joey. Tristan got me this. I think I showed this already for solstice. I need to recharge it. It's not lighting up right now. He got this for me as a hand fasting gift. It goes with like your pendulum. You can do like yes, no letters and stuff. I might like paint it and then epoxy it to make it look cool. This pendulum, also from that Kata LLC. What else? Oh yeah, these cards. So these oracle cards. I'm not a huge fan of oracle cards just because that's I guess my next challenge, something to learn how to do. I don't really know. It's a different approach than with tarot, because with tarot there's multiple levels or multiple layers where there's the standard meanings, there's the correspondences that are the same across all tarot decks, but then there's the nuances with each deck, and then plus the intuitive layer where, there's that layer of interpretation. Whereas I feel like with Oracle, and maybe I'm getting it wrong, I'm sure I am, but I don't know what else to do other than just like look at the card and look it up. Does it just have one meaning, or does that vary depending on your intuition? Do you do it like a tarot card where you look and see what symbolism you notice or what jumps out at you? Or do you just straight, look it up in the book? I'm not really sure, but they're very pretty cards. So, I don't have much time because I would start work, like I said, at 4. But in order to kind of, get used to these oracle cards a little bit more, I'm going to draw a card for the day. And then, we'll kind of explore that. And oracle cards, there's so many different ones. And so this isn't going to be really useful or valuable for anybody else that has any other oracle deck other than this specific one. But I kind of just, want to show it off. It's the Yogic Path. There's the guidebook. And so I'll shuffle a little bit. Also, we had our little full moon gathering with my dear friend Krista. And her daughter joined us, and her daughter's friend, and Jewel didn't join us this time, but we were having a conversation about, different myths or rules with tarot. Some people believe your first deck has to be given to you. Some people believe nobody can touch your deck. I feel like there's a lot of carryover from, Christianity. We have all been early programmed about all this dogma and these rules. And that really doesn't have much of a place here in, paganism. I mean, you can choose whatever rules or guidelines resonate with you, but ultimately it's not for anybody else to tell you how you do your practice. And I bring that up just to say, if you believe that your first deck needs to be given to you, and if that's something that resonates you, that's fine, cool, that's true for you. But just try to refrain from dictating that that's how everybody else should live, because not everybody else sees it that way. I particularly do not. My first deck was given to me. However, that was when I was 17. It didn't resonate much with me, and my parents burned it anyway. So I didn't have it very long, but that's kind of what opened the door. And then just got that whole thing flowing and started. And then the first deck that I got, I didn't necessarily choose it for myself because I joined this tarot study group where we were to each get a copy of the Goddess Tarot, Chris Wilder. I highly recommend it. Definitely very feminine, empowering. And so that I got that to participate in that group. And that one I connected with a lot. Sometimes I'll buy a deck that's really pretty and I want to connect with it, but I just can't. So then I end up giving it away. Also, instead of trying to fight that thing, like just fight the belief that, oh, you have to have your first deck given to you, I wasted a lot of energy trying to convince people it wasn't true. And I decided instead to just accept that some people believe that. So I have made it one of my new passions. This is so fun just to give people tarot decks. And I love picking out a tarot deck that fits with that person's personality. It's something I get a lot of enjoyment with. So there's that. And then also it fulfills their belief that, oh my gosh, I just dropped a bunch of these cards. So fulfills their belief that it has to be given to them. So again, no right or wrong. To an extent. You can't just say, the sky is red. I guess maybe you could. There might be, I mean, whatever. Like, everything is perception. What is even real? I don't know. But I'm not going to get into a whole philosophical, like, pondering here. I'm shuffling these oracle cards until one falls out. If one doesn't fall out, then I'm just going to pick one because I don't have a lot of time. All right, here we go. So this one, karma. Some of these cards are very pretty and colorful. This one's not so much. And it's one of those new style. Like, I see a lot of tarot decks that are this new style. I'm not sure what you call this art style, where it looks like, you know, actual pictures or cutouts of magazines or something, like, put together. I don't know, but I kind of like it. Anyway, so for this one, I'm going to look up karma. And I might end up reading through the beginning part of this book. That might point me in the right direction. I'm a newbie. You know, when it comes to oracle cards, I don't really know what I'm doing. So there might be a better way to do that. But anyway, karma's on page 23. Okay. So upright, positive karma. You have done a lot of good on this planet, and the universe is rewarding you in her favors. Life feels a little easier, a little more colorful, a little more beautiful. You're walking on the path towards your dharma, which creates the greatest karma one can experience. By saying yes to the purpose of your soul, you are saying yes to the greater power of the universe. Continue devoting your life to the service of spirit, and life will continue to unfold its wonders. Well, that's pretty nice. I like that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm sure you hear Ziggy in the background. That's another thing I was going to mention too. So for me to get into a place where I can do readings from, it's like I have to sort of let go of my ego. And my ego has to be activated when Ziggy's awake for the most part. Like, if I hear him cry, it pulls me out of that zone. And so I can never be like fully immersed into the frequency that I need to be able to do good readings if he's out and about or running around. And that also accounts for less availability, because part of me has to be listening for him. Part of me has to be ready to act. When I do readings, I just kind of vacate my body, I guess, and so that's not very helpful if you're a mom and you need your body to attend to your toddler. So anyways, that's all I really have for today. I promise I am making every attempt to somehow make this more part of my life. But I, again, appreciate all of you. I love you. I hope you all had a great full moon recently. And till next time, bye.